To be here and with a friend of mine, Shanto. I know her since some years and do the Lightbeamer work with her. And I'm so happy that she agreed to sit here with me and talk a little bit about her work. Shanto is the founder of the Aura Soma Lightbeamer education. And my first question is, how did it all start? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your background and how it's come to that you're working with the Aura Soma Lightbeamer.
Barbara, it's a pleasure to be with you. It always touches me every year I come here, so thank you for inviting me. The way this work, the work with the Beamer Pen began, I came to Aura Soma in 1991. And it was like a coming together. Everything that I'd studied in the past, all my practices, came together into a culmination of the right place, the right time. I'm doing what I need to be doing. And it really brought me in touch with a lot of my own healing gifts and the inner wisdom that I felt that I'd gained over the years, came together in a very practical way. And the Beamer Pen, the Lightbeamer Pen, when it was developed, and I saw it the first time, I thought, oh, this is mine. This is the tool that I'm going to work with. And it's been, like very satisfying spiritually, physically, practically, emotionally. I feel like I found my path. So the background to the work, I've studied with Chinese medicine, not Chinese medicine, in the Chinese theory, a lot to do with the body and energies. And so coming together, I had the sense that this could be a very beautiful tool to combine with Chinese medicine. And so I went to my acupuncturist, who's also a very good friend of mine, a very 40-year doctor, and I expressed my ideas to combine the Beamer Light Pen. This is the Beamer Light Pen that we're talking about. It has a flashlight, and then you insert different colours. And what we do, when I said to him, I'd like you to help me to create something, I have an idea, and he was just really inspired, and he really encouraged me right from the beginning to bring in the energy of Aura Soma, the plants and the crystal energy, Aura Soma, that helps us develop not just everyday life, but the soul and the soul level, the deepest level, that we inspire ourselves and each other. So he, together with his wisdom and mine, with the wisdom of what I've had through my life experiences, created the work, basically. And from there we've been, he trained me in the education as it's being taught today, and nothing's been changed since then. And at the point, it was like, it's your turn, go. And he just basically said, you're ready, and I need to stay home with my practice, and off I went. So that's what I've been doing, and that's how it began.
Sounds very interesting. I did some education with you, and I know exactly how it works and how beautiful it is for us to experience it. But maybe someone outside doesn't know what is in this beautiful vial, so what do we have? And then also maybe you can tell a little bit about the Chinese medicine and that the work that you bring together with Robert Abrahamson, the doctor you worked together, what it really does for our body or for our fields around us. So I know that we're working on acupuncture points and meridians. Maybe you can tell a little bit about this. This would be great, and I think many people would be interested in.
So your first question was, what are they and what's in them?
Yes.
So we have the colours. They're hand-blown glass vials containing the energies of the plants and the crystals. This is exactly the same as what you find in the 50ml equilibrium bottles that when a person comes to Aura Soma, initially we usually recommend they choose a 4-bottle selection, and then based on that selection with the light pen, we then start to introduce the colours, and depending on the theme of the consultation or the needs of the client, and everyone is different in inner and outer life, the colours are then introduced through the wisdom of the Chinese system. So, the Chinese say that what's outside is inside, and if we find balance inside, it'll help us to find balance in our life outside. So we introduce the colours to a combination of acupuncture points that we call the protocols, and it's different for everyone. You can't say this is how it works, because no two human beings are the same. No two persons in their spiritual development or their mental development are the same. So it addresses the need of the client. And when you introduce the colours through the aura, like usually if I was treating myself, and what you can learn in the courses also is how to treat yourself, your family, your friends, or a more professional, you're shining the colours through. Let's say I was working on a meridian on the arm, for example, and we're shining the colours through that energy pathway of the meridian. It's influencing the aura because you're applying it through the aura. And, you know, we have very many subtle levels of ourselves. We're not just a gross, dense physical body. We have attitudes, we have thoughts, we have feelings. Excuse me. And the work on these levels of ourselves starts to rearrange some of the structures in the subtle body, so that the way we act upon life based on a rearrangement of these subtle energies, whether attitude changes or we prioritise through the colour selection what's important and what our needs are, and how to fulfil those needs through the colours. So when you're applying the colours through the subtle bodies, it does rearrange the structure also on the inner level, both through the organ system, through the meridian system, and many other systems that the Chinese system is based on. That in that way, you can treat yourself, you can help others, and it's a very beautiful, very subtle, and sometimes it's so subtle that you don't realise that you're making changes. But at the same time, on a more physical level, people sometimes just breathe deeper and say, oh, I just feel like, oh my God, I took a breath like I've not taken, and I feel like something just let go. And really, there is a letting go of old and opening to new possibilities.
Lovely. And a question, do you think there are people where you would recommend that they should not work with the Lightbeamer, let's say not to experience it, like a pregnant woman, or is it for everyone, also children, or is there a limit where you say no, never ever if you have this or that?
Not really, no. I think if you're drawn to colour, if you're it's always interesting who comes, because whoever comes seems to be, it's right for them. Whether pregnant women feel really nourished, feel a bonding between themselves and their baby, or relaxation and deeper sleeping, and also children. There's many children that benefit a lot in developing their education, helping them relax in their relationship with their parents, or coming to a knowing of their way is their way. And so a lot of children benefit. Animals, there's acupuncturists working with the beam pen with animals. So there's not, the only thing that I would say is that if someone doesn't feel to do it, let's remember the philosophy of Aura Soma is non-intrusive and self-selective. So if it's not for someone, don't try to impose. And otherwise, those who are drawn and work with the colour usually, most of the time, feel very attracted to work with it and continue on with it.
Very nice. Sounds really great. And how many levels are of education? So, and is there anything that I have to learn in front? So is it needed that I am an Aura Soma practitioner or teacher, or is it free for everyone to come and to start with this education, work with the Lightbeamer band?
The education, it's run through the ASIAC, the Aura Soma International Academy of Color Technology, and the chairman, Mike Booth, supported me to be able to create the education with the doctor that would enable anyone to join the first level. So those who come to the first level need to have no experience, not even of Aura Soma and the colour language. They may come and learn it just for themselves and their family and friends. They may not be thinking more professional. And those who are interested to continue work on the education, they can take up to 4 levels. And so there's 4 levels for full certification. And it's like anything, that when you start it, if you start working with Aura Soma, you want to learn more about it. And so after level 1, students often, we recommend to the students then to continue. They need to have the practitioner system and to be registered and understand how to really give a full consultation. That as a benefit, really the benefit for the soul, the person that's coming to us. Yeah, so there is the education, and each level you get a certificate and like that, registered from England.
And I'm curious, how many countries do you travel to teach the Lightbeamer in? Do you know?
Well, it used to be one hand. It used to be one country. It started in Germany, actually, the first country.
Yeah.
Then it was one hand, then it's two hand. Now I was counting last night, it was 15 countries. And it's
Really?
amazing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's, it's a very rich experience. I really feel that those who come, it doesn't matter what language you have, what race you're from, what, philosophical or spiritual, religious background, it doesn't matter what you come from, it's a universal language. So, 15 countries, it's a lot.
Wow.
And, different practitioners professionally, there's Aura Soma consultants, of course, people working with the body, like massage therapists and chiropractors, acupuncturists. There's also counsellors and coaches that are working with the Beamer Pen, psychologists that help to accelerate the process of what the colours can open the key, because colour is a key and it opens the door to that part of ourselves, whether it's the superconscious or the unconscious. It helps us to remember what it is important, let go of the filters that get in the way for us to shine beautifully who we are.
I can only say this is all true, because I did the education with you and it's amazing what is coming up, and I very often translated the seminars over the last years, and so I had this beautiful experience to observe what is happening during these days when you are teaching and people coming in contact with this work, what you do, and I'm very grateful because I know big things coming together in this work, so many levels coming together in this work, so many wisdom is really coming in one point, with this little Lightbeamer on the body. So I'm really happy that you developed this work with Robert, and you are the only one, as far as I know, teaching. No, isn't it?
It's my life work. It came as a surprise, it came as a gift, and it becomes a bigger gift as I share it with the world.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much. A personal question. What is the book at the moment that you're reading and you like the most? It's completely different. It has nothing to do with the Lightbeamer, hopefully, or not. I don't know.
The book that I'm reading at the moment is about the I Ching, actually. It's about the changing phases of the movement of action and inaction, and how, like life, constantly changing. That's what I'm reading at the moment.
Yeah, and it was a really surprising question, because Shanto was not prepared, and I asked her this question. So thank you very much.
And
I thank you so much that you gave us this possibility to know a little bit more about you, and all the people watching this little film hopefully enjoy you and the work, and hopefully they feel called to come to the Lightbeamer Pen educations, because they really are life-changing. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be in Austria, and I look forward to next time.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.